Welcome back to the Huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio, brought to you by 956sports.com, powered by our friends at McDonald's. Think back 5 years ago before there was Facebook. Think back 3 years ago before you could make fun of people on your phone and they would, what is this? I can't believe that. That's just not intimidating at all. Got to give a shout to my man, Coach Duty. Morning, Coach. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of the show. It's the Huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. You all right there, Jake?
I'm doing fine.
You've gone silent all of a sudden.
No, sorry.
You've gone just very quiet, like you were pensive there.
No, I just got a text message from Joe Bowling. He's watching a middle school game in Harlingen. I don't know why.
See, he heard my rant.
Yeah.
He heard me right now when I said we need to develop these players at a younger age.
He says talent looks to be all cards, even at this level.
Wow. That'll happen. We got Coach Gantt.
We've got Coach Gantt.
Spencer Gantt joining us here on the Huddle 840 Fox Sports Radio. Coach, good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, good morning, guys.
How's everything hanging in San Benito this morning?
Not too bad.
It's always good to have a victory on a Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It really is. We're sitting here watching video as we speak.
What have you dissected so far of the game last night? I understand it was a tight game in the beginning, but you guys pulled away towards the end.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing about video. It's never as good as you think, but it's also never as bad as you think. So I'm seeing a lot of good things, but a lot of things that we got to get fixed.
And one of those things would be?
Our receivers need to block.
There you go. That's a key thing there. They should watch nothing but Steeler video of Hines Ward laying down some blocks there.
We may have to get some clips of that because we need to show them something.
That's the important thing. Let's go to last night's game against Brownsville Pace. Obviously, Coach Medrano, he's always got his team. They won't ever blow you away, but they're not ever going to disappoint you. How did you feel going into this game?
I was nervous going into the game. Obviously, Renee does a great job over there. He and his coaching staff do an excellent job year in and year out, and they've always got talent. I was a little bit worried about our matchup with our offense against their defense. I felt pretty good about our matchup with our defense against their offense, but that's what football is. It's all about matchups, and fortunately, we were able to come out on top.
Which team do you match up with the most? That you could say it's almost a shadow of you guys.
I'd probably have to say it was Pace. I mean, we're just so close to being identical, offensively and defensively.
So the difference there is the players?
Yeah, I'd say. Well, I mean, they're just as talented as we are. It was going to be a coin toss. I felt like going into that game. It was going to boil down to who executed.
And whoever made the least amount of mistakes.
Yes, sir.
That's the important thing to remember there. Coach, how would you, so far through the season, we're at the midpoint, how would you evaluate your team? Are they performing as you expected them to, or are they maybe lagging a little bit behind, or are they excelling what you thought they'd be doing?
I think defensively, I think we're right where we thought we would be, and that's very strong defensively. Our kids have really bought into the system and are doing a great job. I think offensively, I think we're a little bit behind of where I expected us to be, and it's not, it's not from talent. It's just from execution. I mean, we go out there and we show spurts of greatness and we do some great things, and just blow your socks off, and then we turn around and make some really stupid mistakes. So,
how has the injury bug treated you guys so far?
We lost a couple of starters early on. One of them ended up having surgery, and the other one we should get back this week. So I think we're pretty healthy all the way around. So we've been really blessed.
And considering that blessing, obviously, as we start through the second half of the season, what do you do to switch things up? Are there any adjustments that you feel that you should make in order to have a successful second half, or is that one where you just kind of, this is what we're going to do and this is what we've been doing?
Well, I think it's what we've been doing is working for us, and if it's not broken, don't fix it. So we're going to just keep doing what we're doing, and manage our practices the way we have been, and when we got to go contact, we'll get after it, and when we can go light, we'll go light. But we're just trying to take care of the kids at this point and move forward.
You've got Los Fresnos coming up on the schedule, and followed by Weslaco. Obviously, two of the bigger hitters in the district, back to back. How do you feel about that?
I think it's kind of a good thing. I think I'd rather get those guys right off the bat and especially since we're healthy. It can be a long season, and I don't know that I'd like to have them on the back end. When you're a little bit more dinged up and fatigue is really set in. So, I'm excited about that and get them right up front, and we're playing pretty good football right now. So, I think it's a good thing.
I think the key word you brought up was fatigued. How do you prevent that from overtaking your team?
You can do some different stuff and get them in some half pads and stuff like that during the week to lighten the load on their legs. But I think more than anything, fatigue is a state of mind in some cases, and as long as you're having fun, that fatigue doesn't really set in. So
I was going to say, there's 17 and 18-year-olds. Do they get fatigued in the legs, or is it more mental fatigue?
With these guys, I think a lot of it is mental. They think they're tired because they really don't know what their bodies can do and what their bodies are actually capable of. So we try to keep it light and fun and bounce around a lot of up-tempo type stuff.
All right, on the not-so-serious football question, because we always got to throw one at you.
I noticed Jake Berry got real quiet when I got on the phone.
And he runs so much smack before you get on the phone. I gotta be honest with you.
Well, it was kind of amazing to me. He approached me before the football game last night and shook my hand and started telling me about how he owns that radio station, and he's fixing to buy Channel 4, and the only reason he teaches is for fun and stuff like that. So that's kind of amazing to me.
That's about right too. Yeah, I teach because I'm into feeling small. Having parents treat me poorly.
Shut up, Jake.
Keeping it real.
Yeah.
Shut up, Jake, and only talk when I point at you. Okay.
Sorry.
Raise your hand.
Now, you shouldn't talk to your boss like that.
I don't know if you missed it. I was out the first 5 minutes last week. I think I can get away with that. Coach, tell me about some of the conversations that you and other coaches, and one in particular, Abel Gonzalez at Gruya, would have with Jake here, and some of the things that you guys would discuss, and in your past in your collegiate years, shall we say?
Well, I was telling him, Coach, about how when we were doing a teacher certification, about how I had you and Abel, and I don't know. I don't want to say jealous, but I was like, man, these guys already got coaching gigs already. Yeah, and who would have known both you guys were going to be head coaches so quick?
And Jake still has, I think.
He's got a little bit of head coach envy, doesn't he?
Very, very. That's why I do it. I'm like Dick Vitale. I got to do this now because I can't get a job.
Jake, I love you. You're a good guy, I like you way too much to say what I want to say.
That's all right. We tell him he's a little dicky all the time.
I hope my wife's not listening.
Nuts, man. That's awesome. Jake, I'm not going to say a word, buddy.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Your secret's safe with me.
Coach, get back to breaking down video. We'll chat soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. I feel like saving 15% on my insurance right now. I'm going to say the magic words.
Spencer Gantt.
There you go. Bada bing. Got it. Spencer Gantt, San Benito, joining us here in the Huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. We asked the in-depth questions, and then all of a sudden, out of left field, here it comes.
We dropped the moron bomb.